Gypsy Man Racing. I got a '09 gsxr 1000, and the rider was complaining about a clicking sound from the mid to the rear of the bike. So off the top, I thought it might have been the rear wheel bearings. So I took it for a ride. The clicking was there. It was a little click and a thump. So I brought it back, brought it up in the lab in the garage, spent the wheel and was getting bounded. It was a bind somewhere, and then it'll be free, then it'll bind up again. So I said, I need to take this apart. Maybe it's the chain. The chain wasn't that. Serviced the chain, because the chain wasn't that bad. Got it loose again, and spent the same issue. So I went down, looked at the sprocket, took the sprocket cover off, looked at the sprocket, got the original OEM sprocket in there, and I looked to see if the nut had come loose. The nut didn't come loose. So I go back to the rear, take the tire off. I manipulated the chain, made it go around a couple revolutions. It was smooth as butter, so we knew that it wasn't a transmission issue, which was good for the rider. Put the wheel back on, the bind came back, so we know it was the rear. So came to the back of the rear, was looking at the chain. Then I noticed the chain moved side to side. Why? Because somebody put a 520 rear sprocket on a 530 setup. So what's happening is it's straight up front, but it cocks to either left or the right as it's going around, which is putting tension on the chain, which is putting the chain to the left or the right of the alignment, and then you get the bind. Spent the tire, pushed the chain up against the sprocket, and it goes around fine. So now we know that we need to get a rear sprocket that matches the front sprocket 530. Gypsy Man Racing, just one of the ways we can diagnose issues like this. It was fairly quick. We kind of had a range of where it was going to be an area. So Gypsy Man Racing out. We got a new one ordered, and it'll be back on the road. Peace.